"If you beat me, take my horse," said the billionaire, but the poor kid shocked everyone. The racetrack buzzed with noise. Cheers, shouts, laughter. Jockeys in bright red, green, and blue uniforms prepared near the starting gates, patting their muscular horses proudly. The crowd pressed against the fences, eager for the next race. In the middle of it all, a boy stood frozen, clutching the reins of a horse that didn't belong in such a place. Marcus's t-shirt clung to his chest with sweat, his jeans dusty from the stables. The horse beside him, Rusty, looked fragile, its ribs showing, its mane rough, its eyes weary. The people who noticed them began to whisper. Some smirked. Others laughed outright. "What's that boy doing here with that bag of bones?" a jockey in red said, his voice mocking. His friends in green and blue burst into laughter. Marcus tried to ignore them, stroking Rusty's neck. "Don't listen to them, boy. They don't know you like I do," he whispered. But their laughter carried, drawing the attention of someone else. A man in a black suit stepped forward, his blonde hair combed back, a red pocket square gleaming against his chest. The billionaire. His white stallion followed beside him, muscles rippling under its polished coat, hooves clacking powerfully on the ground. Gasps and cheers erupted as people moved aside to give him space. The man's eyes locked on Marcus. He stopped. A smirk spread across his face. "Well, what do we have here?" His voice was smooth but sharp, meant to be heard by everyone around them. A boy and a skeleton pretending to be a horse. Laughter rang out again. Marcus gripped Rusty's reins tighter, his jaw clenched. "Tell me, boy," the billionaire continued, walking closer, "did you sneak in here? Or are you here to make us laugh before the real race begins?" He pointed at Rusty's ribs. "Look at it. You call that an animal?" "That's skin and bones on 4 legs," Marcus finally found his voice. "He's not just bones. He's my horse, and he's stronger than he looks." The billionaire chuckled, turning his head slightly so the crowd could see his grin. "Stronger? This white stallion beside me is worth more than every dollar in your entire neighborhood. He eats better than you, boy. He trains with professionals. He is a champion, and you bring this?" He gestured at Rusty with a mocking bow. "What's his name? Toothpick?" "Rusty," Marcus said firmly, his voice shaking but loud enough to carry. "Rusty," the billionaire repeated, drawing out the syllables like a joke. "Well, Rusty looks like he's one strong breeze away from collapsing. You really think he can even trot down this track without embarrassing himself?" The jockeys behind him laughed again, shaking their heads. "Careful, kid," one called. "Don't run too fast or your horse will snap in half." The crowd joined in, some doubling over with laughter, others pointing their phones at Marcus, recording the scene. Marcus's chest tightened. His father's voice echoed in his memory. "A horse is more than muscle. It's heart, boy. It's trust. If you believe in it, it'll believe in you." He stroked Rusty's mane, whispering, "It's just us, like always." The billionaire stepped closer, his polished shoes shining, his laughter loud. "Tell you what, boy," he said, his tone dripping with arrogance. "Let's make this fun. If, by some miracle, you beat me, you can take my horse. Yes, this stallion worth millions. Imagine that." A poor boy walking away with a horse of a king gasps rippled through the crowd. The billionaire's grin widened as he saw Marcus's face. "Of course," he added with mock sympathy, "that will never happen. Because your horse can't run. Because you don't belong here." He leaned down, eyes locking with Marcus's. "But if you want to humiliate yourself in front of everyone, go ahead." Accept the challenge." Marcus swallowed hard, his throat dry. The laughter stung. The stares burned into him. People waited, eager to see him back down. Rusty shifted at his side, nudging his shoulder with a soft whinny, as if urging him not to give in. Marcus raised his chin, voice steady now. "I'll take your challenge." The crowd erupted, some in shock, others in roaring laughter. Phones lifted higher, recording every second. The billionaire threw back his head and laughed. "Excellent!" He tugged his stallion's reins proudly. "Watch closely, everyone. Today, you'll see what happens when a boy with nothing dares to stand against a man who owns everything." Marcus tightened his grip on Rusty's reins. The humiliation was already deep, the mockery loud. But inside, something stronger stirred. He wasn't just racing a billionaire. He was racing for his father's memory, for Rusty's dignity, and for his own pride. The laughter of the crowd still echoed when Marcus led Rusty toward the starting line. His hands trembled, but his grip was firm. Beside him, the billionaire mounted his gleaming white stallion, the picture of confidence. Reporters swarmed the edge of the track, their cameras focused on the strange sight. A poor boy in a faded t-shirt with a starving horse against a billionaire in a black suit, riding a stallion bred for victory. "This will be over in seconds," one of the jockeys muttered with a smirk. "Don't blink," another added, "or you'll miss the kid eating dust." The announcer's voice boomed across the field. "Ladies and gentlemen, an unexpected match. The champion stallion versus, well, you can see for yourself. A boy and his companion. Let the race begin." The crowd roared with laughter and mock cheers. Marcus bent close to Rusty's ear, whispering, "It's just us, boy. Like always, we don't need to beat anyone. Just run the way you know." Rusty pawed the ground, ears flicking back at Marcus's voice, ready. The starting bell rang. The white stallion shot forward like lightning, muscles surging, hooves pounding the ground with thunder. Gasps of admiration filled the air. The billionaire leaned forward, confident, his grin wide. Behind him, Marcus and Rusty lagged, the brown horse's thin legs scrambling to keep pace. Laughter erupted again. "Pathetic!" someone shouted. "It's not even close." But Marcus wasn't panicking. He leaned down, whispering, "Steady, Rusty. Don't chase him. Just run our way." Rusty's strides grew smoother, his rhythm steady. Where the stallion burned energy in a burst of raw speed, Rusty conserved his strength, moving with Marcus's quiet guidance. Halfway down the track, the billionaire glanced back over his shoulder. He expected to see Rusty far behind. Instead, he saw the boy and the brown horse, closer than they should have been. His smile faltered. He kicked his stallion harder. The white horse surged again, but Marcus urged Rusty with a soft pat. "Now, boy." "Show them what heart looks like." Rusty pushed forward, his ribs visible but his spirit unbroken. Step by step, the gap closed. The crowd gasped. The laughter turned into stunned silence. By the final stretch, the impossible happened. Rusty and Marcus pulled even with the billionaire and his stallion. The last 100 meters felt like eternity. Two horses, one shining white, the other ragged brown, thundered side by side. Marcus's eyes burned with determination. The billionaire's face twisted from arrogance to disbelief. And then, with one last push, Rusty's hooves crossed the finish line first. The stadium erupted, gasps, shouts, cheers. Some clapped, others stood frozen. The impossible had just happened. Marcus slid off Rusty's back, hugging his horse tightly. Tears stung his eyes. "You did it, boy." "You did it, Rusty." Exhausted, lowered his head, breathing heavily but proud. The billionaire dismounted slowly, his face pale. The crowd waited, eager to see what would happen next. By his own words, he had promised his stallion if Marcus won. He walked toward the boy, reins of the gleaming white horse in his hand. "Take him," the billionaire said quietly, his voice strained. "A deal is a deal. He's yours now." Marcus stared at the horse, then back at Rusty. He shook his head firmly. "No, I don't want him." The billionaire frowned. "What?" Marcus's voice was steady now, carrying across the hushed track. "A horse isn't just a prize. A horse belongs with the one who loves him, who trains him, who knows him. This stallion is yours. My horse is Rusty. We won together, and that's enough," the crowd murmured in astonishment. Some even clapped louder, not for the win, but for the boy's humility. The billionaire looked at Marcus, truly looked at him for the first time. His arrogance cracked. Slowly, he nodded. "You're right. You're wiser than men twice your age." He stepped closer, lowering his voice so only Marcus could hear. "I've spent years thinking money makes me powerful. But you showed me something today. Heart matters more than wealth." He straightened, raising his voice again. "Boy, if you won't take my horse, then take something else. Come work with me, be my horse trainer. Bring that spirit, that fire, to all of my stables. I want you on my side, not against me." Marcus's chest rose and fell. He looked at Rusty, then back at the billionaire. His father's dream had always been to train great horses, but life had stolen that chance. Now, it was being offered to him. "I'll accept," Marcus said softly, "but only if Rusty comes with me." "Wherever I go, he goes," the billionaire smiled, genuinely this time. Then it settled. The crowd erupted into applause once more, louder than before. Not just for the race, but for the boy who proved that dignity, heart, and loyalty were worth more than money. Marcus stroked Rusty's mane, whispering, "We did it, boy." "Not just for us, for Dad, too." Rusty let out a tired but proud snort, as though he understood. For the first time in his life, Marcus walked off the racetrack, not as the poor boy everyone mocked, but as the trainer who had humbled a billionaire. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more emotional, dramatic, and unexpected tales. And let us know in the comments, where in the world are you watching from? We love hearing from all of you. Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and keep watching.